Hey guys, it's WACK, and since the Titanfall beta just ended, I thought I'd give my thoughts about the beta, just the beta, not the full game, because I haven't played the full game yet. But before I talk about the beta, I want to talk about the gameplay. It is Call of Duty Ghost gameplay. Now, with my Xbox One, I didn't figure out the recording settings, and I couldn't record any Titanfall footage, but I do have some Call of Duty Ghost footage, even though it's not really relevant at this time. But it is still a pretty good game. I go flawless on Prison Break with this new cat camo on my MK, and I just go off, my kill streaks go off, and it's just kind of a slow game at the beginning and end, but it's not really important. It's not really about the gameplay today. Today it's about Titanfall and the beta and my thoughts on it, and how it's kind of giving Call of Duty a run for its money, because when Titanfall first got announced, everybody thought it was going to be the COD killer. Everyone thought it was going to knock Call of Duty off that #1 spot, and you guys know how I felt about it. I thought, oh, cool, Titanfall, I guess that's a cool game. But then I got a beta code and I got an Xbox One, and I was able to play Titanfall, and my god, I was not disappointed. But even though there was only 2 maps and only a few selected guns and you can only do so much, I was blown away. I have not played a game like that in forever. It was a brand new experience. It was just mind-blowing. If I could summarize my whole experience with a Titanfall beta in one word, it would be mind-blown. Or is that 2 words? I forgot. I'm not good. I'm not an English major, but it was just so fantastic. The game mechanics were so awesome and flowed so well, and it was just a fast-paced game. My expectations going into Titanfall was going to be like, alright, it's probably going to be like 15 minutes per game, and I'm probably going to be running around the maps. I will be able to wall jump, but it'll be a pretty slow game. That was my expectations going into it. Coming out of the Titanfall beta, I was like, dude, that was so much faster than Call of Duty, Battlefield, Gears of War, Halo. That was just so much faster, so much epicer, and it was just, I don't even think epicer is even a word, but I think I'm gonna make that word up right now just for Titanfall. Titanfall was an epicer game than Call of Duty, Battlefield, and Halo, and all that. It was amazing, and it was something new, something fresh, and I was like, whoa, there's so many new game mechanics. Obviously, you can wall jump. Obviously, there are Titans, but it's just a fun new experience. You see it on paper, you see, alright, this is a cool game, and then you actually play it, it's like, oh my god, this is a really, really good game. Now, I want to talk about how Titanfall could kill off Call of Duty and how everyone thought it was going to be the COD killer, and from the beta alone, everybody was really loving Titanfall. I was loving Titanfall, YouTubers were loving Titanfall, all the players were loving Titanfall, and it was just a love fest. Everybody was liking Titanfall. But will it kill off Call of Duty? Because that's the title it's kind of given. Everyone has a name tag in the gaming industry, and Titanfall, I think it says, hello, my name is the COD killer, or the expected COD killer, and everyone's expecting it to kill off Call of Duty. Now, I want to give reasons for how that's a possibility and how that's not really a possibility. And in terms of the not possibilities, these are facts, these are hard stated evidence that probably won't. These aren't my opinions, but first I want to talk about how it could possibly kill off Call of Duty. One thing I think is the major thing is because it's a brand new game. We have seen rehashed games for the past 3, 5, 6 years with Call of Duty, Battlefield, Gears of War, Halo. All those kind of games have been made into different kinds of games. Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo Reach, Halo ODST, and then Call of Duty 1, Call of Duty Black Ops, Ghost, and then Gears of War 2, 3, Judgment. You get the picture. They've been made into multiple games, and they haven't really been tweaked around that much. They've had added stuff to it, but they kept it the same Gears of War genre. They kept it the same Call of Duty genre. They had the same feel for each Halo and Battlefield and Call of Duty game. They're not going to completely change it. But with Titanfall, there are no rules. There's no boundaries. They can make whatever they want with it. They don't have to make it to their previous game because there wasn't a previous game before Titanfall. They can make it whatever. And how they made it was a fast-paced, wall-jumping, robots shooting at you kind of like game. They made it that game, and that's what they're going to be going off of. They have a blank canvas, and they're going to make whatever they want on that blank canvas. And another reason why it could possibly kill off Call of Duty is because it was made by Respawn Entertainment, which brought to you Call of Duty 4 and parts of Modern Warfare 2. Not all of it, parts of it. And that studio really, really did a good job with Call of Duty 4 and the parts of it of Modern Warfare 2. And everyone thought that studio was so amazing, and they put it on this high pedestal and had high expectations for it, and they really did like the outcome of the beta. Now, as terms of it not killing off Call of Duty, I think the number one reason why it probably won't kill off Call of Duty is because it's not on all the platforms. It's only on Xbox One, Xbox 360, and PC, not PS3 and PS4. So they're losing a big majority of their sales. Not everybody has another, I don't know, $600 to drop on an Xbox One and then get the Titanfall game for that Xbox One. Not everybody has that money. Not everybody can afford it. Everybody that has a PS4 or even a PS3, they can't just go out and buy an Xbox like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna willy-nilly spend my tax return money on this Xbox One. No, not everybody is lucky enough to be able to afford that, and so therefore not making it on the PS4 and PlayStation 3, they're losing on a majority of their sales. They're losing on so much more that they could sell with their game. So those are some of the reasons why I can't and can kill off Call of Duty, but now it's your turn. I want to hear from you. Do you think Titanfall will be the end-all be-all Call of Duties? Do you think it will kill off Call of Duty completely, or do you think it will be kind of even and Titanfall will have its fan base and Call of Duty will have its fan base? What I don't get is why can't we just all love all the games? Why can't we love Call of Duty, Titanfall, Halo, Battlefield, Gears of War? Why can't we all love the games all together? Those are my thoughts. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll see you guys later. Titanfall, I love you, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.